I'm ready to rock.
Okay, so first I want to talk about your upcoming album.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you want to tell me about it?
We worked extremely hard on it, but had a ton of fun. So it's, you know, you can act like you slaved away on the record, but we really enjoyed ourselves making this album. It was important for us to embrace making this record, but also with the mindset of pushing ourselves to making a genreless, fresh album that is better than any record we've ever made. So that's always the kind of goal, is to first and foremost outdo yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody needs rivals. We look at other bands, but we really don't look at other bands kind of in our genre. We look at other bands overall. We want to be the best artists of all the artists. Right. So when we're making these records, especially this new album that's coming out, and it's probably going to come out in like February, March, a big part of the goal was to make the best record that comes out, period. Not just in rock, but just period. So,
do you have does it have a name yet?
It's hard. Every time we release a song or write another song, everyone's like, that should be the album title. You know, I like Stay Ready, because we're always ready. We're always on our toes. We prepare pretty heavily for everything. Yeah. So a lot of your success in life comes from preparation. It comes from the work.
It's interesting. You were, out there performing for Marines, and Stay Ready is a constant theme in their life. They're always doing these exercises in the name of readiness. So
yeah,
it's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
And I noticed you had, you released 3 singles this year, and each single, I just appreciated that each one kind of has its own album art. Yeah. And they're all completely different from each other. They're really unique.
Well, at this point, we just want to stay true to ourselves and do something cool and do something different. So with the What It Takes album art, I really wanted to pay homage to my family and my father, who's a very hardworking man. It's where I got that from. I've had great parents, and I just wanted to take a moment to kind of show respect and love to them. And then also my family, my kids, my wife, that's what it has, that little overdrive in you. I already got the drive in me, but when I want to kick it into gear for overdrive, it's never hard when I just think about them. And then Down for Anything, it's just kind of that scenario where you got a girl that's at the top of a cliff and she's jumping off, and you almost just have to trust your partner, trust your person, and Down for Anything is kind of being like, I'm down, let's do it, let's what do you want to do, like
ride or die,
let's go.
I like What It Takes. Like it just reminds me kind of Eye of the Tiger, but like modern.
Yeah,
it's just like one of those pump you up songs.
Yeah, it's because a lot of people don't believe in themselves. A lot of people they put a front that they believe in themselves, but sometimes they need to just amp up to hear what needs to be done. Or when I write these songs, it's not necessarily me always just talking about myself. It's talking about that fire inside of each and every one of us that we need. From Notorious to What It Takes to Stay Ready, it's like that's for everybody. Everybody has to have that mindset, or you'll find yourself falling at the back of the pack.
Right. So, let's see. I know currently you're on tour with Blacklight District
and Black Moods.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name of their new single, but I was listening
Me Against the World.
Yeah, and it seemed hand in hand with this, so I thought that was just a perfect pairing for you guys' tour.
Well, we're also always looking for new acts and young acts, and acts that are working hard, and acts that are kind of being alienated by mainstream, like us. The mainstream never really embraced us. We've been an underground band my whole career, and a lot of my peers have gone to be these large, successful bands, and then some of them have come and gone. So I've seen both sides of it, and for us, we know it's a long way to the top. We know it's a long road to get where we're going, but we're willing to take the long ride.
Yeah.
There's a short, quicker, faster ride to where you're going, and sometimes there's a long one. And right now it seems like we're on a long drive to where we're going, but we'll get there.
Yeah. So on your Facebook, you're talking about being independent and some of the roadblocks you have. What can you tell me about the independent revolution?
It's certainly all the old way that music was done, the radio, the managers, the labels, the festivals. It seems maybe we'll get through to some. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to talk shit, but we've really been embraced by the tech companies, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora. They're pushing our music out to people, so there's no denying the numbers. There are millions of people listening to us every day, even on an independent scale. We're smaller, we're independent. I think rock is one of the last genres to embrace independence. You got all these other artists where Chance the Rapper's headlining festivals. You know, he's independent. You got rappers who are putting on their own festivals that are independent. Rock is just a bit behind. We don't collaborate. You got to be the main flavor of the month to get on the big tours, the festivals. None of our peers bring us out on tours. I haven't been on tour with another band in 5 years. It's just because we're almost like part of this revolution of the new music business, and rock is pretty far behind. So I feel like my peers will appreciate me one day, or appreciate what I've stood for and what I've accomplished, and some of the walls I've already broken down for when they slide in to our position. You know, but I'm going to be a pioneer in independent music, and I'm going to be a pioneer in showing the success that you can have and own your masters and own your rights to your songs. So when the day comes to where people say, you know, Rick DeJesus, he's passed away, or he's whatever has happened, that music's going to stay in my bloodline. It's going to stay to my family. It's going to stay to my kids. It's going to stay in the ownership of the people that it should stay with. So I'm very proud of that.
It's interesting that rock is you know, the genre that isn't collaborative, like you said, or either following mainstream, because I feel like it had a rocky start, like Underground and Misfits had to kind of find their way, and now
we have just about no support from our peers, and it's pretty interesting to us, but we also don't expect nothing from them. They're doing their own thing, but we just have to keep building our own and focus on our story and our path, and not really rely on anyone, right? I mean, that's what we're doing. By the time they all figure it out or appreciate kind of the path that we've made, we probably won't need anyone.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't remember how, but I know that you guys kind of came on my radar like a year ago.
Well, we've been independent for 5 years, so we did it independently.
Or something. So whatever you're doing, it's working.
Rock on. I think it starts with the songs and the show.
Yeah, exactly. Well, so I was gonna ask you about Spotify. You said they're the ones that kind of embrace you. Like,
I think they're the kings of new music discovery, and they put our songs in front of so many people. So many people discover us on there that you know. Before I was kind of against Spotify because I was a bit misinformed. Another trick that a lot of the corporate side of the music does, they don't really inform you on what's truthfully going on. So you feel like you have these false enemies. You know, the streaming companies are your enemy, but they're not. They're the best at new music discovery. They pay the artists. We're really embracing technology. We're embracing our fans. We're embracing social media. We're embracing all the streaming companies, and we just feel great. We feel blessed. We feel just so excited to be a part of the music business during this period of time, and to be the pioneers of owning your master rights, but showing the massive success of all their acts.
Yeah. So what happened that 5 years ago you guys decided to be independent?
I saw Spotify coming. I saw streaming.
Really?
I saw the way people started to listen to music. I said, it's about to change. It's going to be different. And I also had the hope and belief that the fans were going to decide if a band was great or not. And we're getting there. You know, I've noticed that our numbers data continues to grow tremendously because companies like Spotify and Apple and Amazon are constantly putting our music in front of new listeners, and those new listeners are deciding that Adelitas Way is a great band. And I'm going to bet the house on that all day.
So do you find, you know, like you play a show here where you're not really known, but because of Spotify, do you find like you have to work less at winning a crowd over? Do you think
we appreciate every show? We appreciate every show. Today we were just really excited to come out and play for the troops, whether they knew us or they didn't. I just wanted to give some of my love, give my energy, and give some of our message of the lyrics that I write to them so they can take them along, or when they're in the gym, when they're going through deployment, or when they're going through a time, they can put on any one of our songs. It just doesn't have to be one that pumps you up. It could be one about love. It could be one about, there's so many different sides of songs. There's This Goes Out to You, it makes people think about their families. There's Stay Ready, which is keeps you on your toes. What It Takes in the gym makes you want to go. Down for Anything makes you think of your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your spouse. There's just our music is genreless. It's not confined to one sound. And we make music for everybody.
So where do you kind of draw your inspiration?
Life. Great people, great stories, my stories, just so many different things. If something inspires me enough, I'll write about it.
What's your writing process like?
A lot of the times it starts with a lyric or it starts with a melody, or I'll have some lyrics and I kind of hear the composition. It depends. Still Hungry, I heard the whole song before it even was done. Like I could just hear the composition of it. Stay Ready kind of just, I was in there playing around with my friend and it just happened, Yeah. So it's exciting every time.
So is Still Hungry, is that kind of your anthem about like fighting the norm? And
well, a lot of people get defeated pretty quickly, and a lot of people get defeated and they get, I feel like that our adversaries in this business probably wish we would have just conceded by now. But at every barrier we knock down, I think we're just continuing to show that we're not going anywhere. Like, we're going to be here for a really long time. We've already been here for a really long time. So I just want everyone to know that after 11 years of making records and playing shows, and I still love them. I still love playing. I still love being in the studio, and I'm hungrier than ever. I just enjoy this life.
Yeah, you have to.
Of course you do.
It's such hard work. There's such a misconception about being a musician that you have this amazing rock star life, and nobody really sees the hard work that it actually is, and
it's a mix of
lot
both.
Of times for little payouts. So.
I think a lot of the artists today are whiny and they complain too much, and they don't let people know how great it is to be a musical artist, or you get people that have this success and they do nothing but complain about it, or they gripe, or they just come off really negative. And I think for any kid that's out there that's playing drums, that's playing bass, that's playing guitar, that's singing, it's just a great job. And I never want to discourage any of them with any words besides that. It is hard work. It is sacrifice. You have to be away from your loved ones, your family, but ultimately it is a dream, and it's a beautiful job.
I've been fortunate doing this, as I come across a lot of musicians, and a lot of them, they're just, even, Kevin, I was talking to him, he's like, I pinch myself every day, I get to do what I love, but
of course,
just observing, people are breaking down their instruments and they're doing production, and it's every day I learn something new. That
we were built for it. It's just what we do. It's just part of our day at this point, right?
So I did want to ask, I keep seeing pictures of you and Tyler Connolly on Instagram.
Yeah.
Are you guys good buds?
Of course we are.
I think it was my last show that I went to. I was super excited.
Those guys are all great. Me and Tyler are buds. We're friends with the whole band, Theory of a Dead Man, or Theory, and we respect those guys. And, they brought us on tour, and they've just been great friends to us. And we're always just praying for them and really wishing them continued great success and great fortune in life and music and everything. So we love those guys, and we're happy that they're in our crew, man. It's good to have good friends. It's good to have people to experience this great journey with, and Theory of a Dead Man are some of our favorite people that we've come across in this musical journey of ours.
Yeah, they were great. I love that their newest single, it's highlighting domestic violence, and they're those people that they're using their platform.
They always do. Yeah. They always do, and I respect. Tyler's a great songwriter, and the band is just a great band, and they're great guys, and they deserve every amount of success they have. Sometimes I think they deserve more, but you never want to put that much excess on someone.
Right.
But I'm just happy for them. Love those guys. Have so many great memories with them, and look forward to more.
So one last question about your guys' independent revolution. What can fans do to help the cause?
Spread the word. Keep telling people about us. Keep playing our music. Hit the festivals up. Go on social media. Make your presence felt. Support us. Mention us on social media. Give people a song to check out. Hit up the festivals. Hit up the barriers that are on our way. Radio stations don't want to play us because they don't like what we stand for. Festivals don't want to have us on because we have no team, we have no people, no middlemen, and we want to break those barriers down. We want to continue to just operate at a level of success that everyone can look at and say, that's what we want to do.
Well, thank you for coming out and playing for the Marines here, the Marines and Sailors.
It was just a great experience for us.
Yeah, it was a really great night, and I wish you guys all the success. Good.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your 6th album.
Thank you.
And is there one last thing that you want to say to fans and readers?
I want to thank the fans. We love you guys. You guys make this all possible. We feel blessed. I'm very appreciative and grateful. We love what we do. We're made for this. You're back in the right band. As far as being a role model, I take it seriously with a bit of an edge. I have a little bit of an edge. I'm a little edgy, but I also want to spread a good message. And also, I just want to thank the troops for everything they do. I love this country. I love America. It was an honor to play for our Marines today, and we look forward to doing it again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.